Today is a very special day. The letters are all known, but they are trying to hide in other forms, and some may be hiding perfectly. And we are here to discover them. So, put on your invisibility cap and let's fly. Welcome. I am Abdurrahman, and behind the camera, my wife, Ala, the Arabic teacher, and you are watching O Arabic. Here we are trying to take you to a level that allows you to talk, read, and think Arabic perfectly. This is our faith, but what we need from you is to watch the lessons to the end, interact with the lessons, and practice, and I promise you that you'll achieve your goal. I have good news for you. By now, we've studied more than half of the Arabic letters, and this lesson is very exciting one. So stay with us until the last minute to get the benefit of every piece of information. Shall we start? Let's go. Let's start with ha. But wait a minute, isn't that ha which we've already talked about last lesson? Glad you're asking. This means that you are a great student. The letter here has 2 points over it, and it is similar to the fourth form of the letter ha, in the last place, in the two forms, cursive and separate. Look at these two sentences. هي خيمة and the other هي خيمة حسن. هي خيمة حسن. The meaning of these two sentences, it is a tent. It is Hassan's tent. The first sentence ends with the word خيمة, so it is pronounced as خيمة. The last sound is ha, خيمة, خيمة. Mostly Arabs pronounce خيمة, خيمة with small ha. It is not very obvious unless you are speaking in academy or reciting Quran. Let's go to the second sentence. خيمة is not the end of the sentence, so it is pronounced as خيمة, خيمة. هي خيمة حسن. The last sound is ta, ta, خيمة, خيمة. Simple rule, right? But what is the letter name here? It is Taa Marboota, Taa Marboota. Let's check again. هي خيمة, because I stopped after خيمة. And check this. هي خيمة حسن. I did not stop after خيمة. I stopped after حسن. Congrats. We should celebrate, right? You are facing here the first reading rule ever. The letter Taa Marboota in the word خيمة is cursive, right? Let's see the letter in another word where it is separate. Look at these two sentences. هي وردة. هي وردة مريم. The meaning is aside. As we saw in the previous word, we have two ways of the letter pronunciation. In the first sentence, I stopped after the word وردة, so the letter is pronounced as ha, وردة, ha. While the second sentence, I did not stop after the word وردة, so it is pronounced as ta, وردة, ta. Piece of cake, right? Let's now see how to write the letter Taa Marboota alone and within the words وردة and خيمة. Let's move on. Listen to these two words. Access, man. The sound of the letter A in access is a, while that in man is ah. We have this sound in Arabic, and this letter is Alef, which we've learned earlier. Now if we grab this letter here and put over it this letter, the sound will be a. This letter is called Hamza. It can be also under the a, or alone, or over wa, or over ya without dots. And all of them are pronounced as a. So there is two sounds here. A and
ah,
A.
ah,
Listen. Ab, which means father, mother. Listen to this. Ma, ma. I think you noticed the last sound. Ma. There is last A. You can see the Hamza in the last place, right? In American English, there is a somewhat similar sound. Listen. But they replace the T sound with a small A sound. But thanks, American English. Now, let's listen again. Ma, ma, and the air. Hawa, hawa. Let's move on. Listen. Naba, shay, mil, lo. There is too much Hamza in Arabic, right? So, what is the deal? Whenever you see these letters, you will pronounce it a, a. Later on, we will learn more about the rules of writing. But for now, I think it is enough to understand how to pronounce it and learn its various shapes. The last letter in this family is a mix of two sounds, the a and the a. Listen. Ameen, 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 ameen. The first sound in the first word is a, while the second is a. We have here two sounds. The first is longer than the other. Listen again. Ameen, ameen. The meaning of each word is amen and honest. The last letter for today is this one. Its name is Alef Maqsoura, and its shape, as you can see, like ya and like a, but without dots or hamza. But as we all know that this lesson is specified for the special letters, and this is the last special letter. But where is its specialty? This letter comes only in the end of the words, but its sound is it is identical with the sound of the letter Alef, which we've learned earlier. Listen to the sound of our new letter in these three words. Muna, Mata, Ila. Now we have an issue. We have three sounds of three similar letters. To distinguish them more, listen and focus on the three letters on the screen. Also, the letters will appear in the context of words. Listen carefully. A, Amin, A, Amin, A, Ma'ab, A, Bab, Amin, Ma'ab, Bab, Amin. Now let's write the various shapes of our letter Hamza and also Alef Mamdouda. Finally, we'll find the totally hidden letter. Listen to these two words. Najjar, suggestion. The sound ja in both words are similar. When you pronounce the ja, you should press more by using your tongue so you can produce more powerful sound. This is represented in English by doubling the letter G in the word suggestion. In Arabic, there is a mark over the letter which we are talking about. The mark name is Shadda. Please welcome Shadda. Look at this word, Ummi, which means my mother. The mark Shadda over there tells us that we should produce the letter more powerfully. Ummi. Listen again to the previous word. Najjar, Najjar. For deeper understanding, look at these two sentences. Namat warda. Hiya nammat warda. Please note the mark Shadda over the letter Ma. And note also that these two words are completely identical except the mark Shadda. So does this affect the meaning? Let's check the two meanings. The first sentence meaning is a rose grew, while the second sentence meaning is She grew a rose. So there is a huge difference here, right? Later on, we will meet more examples about Shadda. Now let's write our mark Shadda. We will choose the word namat. We will write the mark over the letter ma. So what it will be transformed to? Of course, nammat and namat. Nammat. Namat. Now we have an issue. Most Arabic texts are written without short vowels, which we've studied in the previous lesson, or the mark Shadda, which we've studied just now. So how can Arabs read that? Actually, as we explained in the previous lesson, they read the words depending on the meaning expected from the context. Let's take an example. You remember this sentence, right? هي نمت وردة. If we read the word نمت as namat, what the meaning will be? It will be she, a rose grew. And this is nonsense. So we will expect for sure that there is a mark Shadda over there. That's all for today. The writing practice document link is mentioned in the description box. Please practice and show us your writing on our Facebook page, which also mentioned in the description box. That's it for today. Thank you for watching the video to the end. See you in the next lesson.